And now, more with Social Women with your hosts, Pat Cruz, Amy Diaz, and Bronwyn Dannenfelser.
Welcome back to Social Women. I'm your co-host, Amy Diaz. We are here with Alexandra Fontaine, who's here from the Distinguished Young Women of Rhode Island. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Great
I'm
title,
doing
isn't it? Look at her.
She is so adorable. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm really excited to be here.
We're very thrilled to have you. You know, you are probably our youngest guest to come on. And I've read so much about you. Very impressive young lady. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Besides the Distinguished Young Woman of Rhode Island, I am a freshman at Elmira College, studying pediatric nursing. So when I'm not, around promoting the program, I'm studying really hard. But with Distinguished Young Women, that's just a scholarship program that I came across, and it's been life-changing, and I'm really excited to have been a part of it.
Why did you decide to become involved with it?
I knew the previous winner just from, high school and of other events, and we started talking. She said, you know what, you should really try out this program. It's really great. It's free to enter, and I was like, sure, why not? Scholarship money is really excellent for college, and just did it on a whim. So
tell us a little
bit
about the program. Yes.
The program, like I said, it's free to enter, and you're judged on 5 categories. You do scholastics, which is based on from freshman to senior year, interview, which is 10 minutes with the judges, a talent, which is a 90-second showing of, and it can be anything. I mean, at nationals we had sign language, we had the silks that they do in the circus, everything. I mean, so many amazing things.
What did you do?
I sing.
All right.
Yeah. And then there's a fitness routine, which is they give us these really awesome outfits at nationals, like with our leggings with our state on them and stuff, and we do like a dance and push-ups, sit-ups, just to see how you can hold up, and then we do self-expression, which is a question you get 24 hours in advance, and you have about a minute or so to answer on stage. So
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Tell us about your experience at nationals and the other young women that you met.
It was absolutely amazing. I mean, when I won, and I was blown away by the fact that I'm going to go to Alabama and meet 49 other girls who are just like me, and it's true. They're all the same. They're all, just as unique as you are, but they're all there for the same reason. And it's as cool as it is to win scholarship. You come away with 49 new best friends, and that's really what it's all about. And we still talk every day, and it's really cool. So.
That is really cool. Having competed for a long time in different programs, I know that throughout your year that you are holding this quote unquote title or responsibility. What is it that you do? You're involved with so many different programs and events. What is it that you promote?
Well, for our biggest. The biggest thing we promote is called Be Your Best Self, which is a program where we promote to young kids and teens, tweens, everywhere. Be healthy, oh my goodness, I'm going to forget them now. Be healthy, be responsible, be studious, be ambitious, and be responsible. Did I say that one? Mm-hmm. Oh, no.
That's right. That's really important, actually. You don't get that one done.
Be involved. There we go. That's the 5th one. And what we do is we go to Boys and Girls Clubs for Rhode Island. I go around Rhode Island, and we promote that in different ways. What I did was I had them kind of show examples of how they could do that in different ways in their community. And it's really neat to see them kind of interact, because I don't think they realize how few things that they do actually are changing the world. Like they might get involved at home, and that's enough. You know what I mean? They don't have to go out and plant trees across Tennessee. They can just sit right at home and do their thing, and they're being involved, and they're doing their own thing, which is really cool.
So did you apply for this in the beginning of your senior year of high school, or?
Well, the way it works is Rhode Island, since we're such a small state, we apply and we do it usually our senior year. But in bigger states like Alabama, Texas, Tennessee, the more southern states, they have locals. In Massachusetts, actually does locals, where you have a local program, and the 6 locals or more, depending on the size of the state, go to states and they compete. So a lot of the girls already have Distinguished Young Woman local. Yeah. And then they'll go to states, and then they'll go to nationals. So for Rhode Island, we just compete at the state level. And I applied, I applied pretty late. I was one of the last ones to apply January of my senior year.
And how much was the scholarship for?
I won winning the overall title. I won 1,200.
Good for you.
Yeah, and
That makes a big difference.
Yeah,
It does.
It was helpful, especially with books. But I won the overall, and then I also won for self-expression, and I won interview, which isn't given a scholarship, but I did place well in that. So.
And this is a great experience just to apply to other aspects of your life. So, interviewing for colleges and interviewing for
Exactly.
work.
Definitely helpful.
And what advice would you give young women that are in high school if they wanted to get involved with either this program or something else?
I think it's just definitely important to just do it. I've never been an introverted person ever. I'm really about being outgoing and just going for it. So I think and that goes for anything. It doesn't have to be this program. It just could be anything in life. Just to not be afraid to just reach out and try something, because I didn't expect to come away with being Distinguished Young Woman of Rhode Island at all. I just did it for the fun of it and maybe to get some scholarship money, and I came away with so much more. And that applies to anything. Just go for it and try new things, because you never know what's going to happen.
That is so true.
It really is.
What's the age bracket?
Well, it's normally for this, you would either apply at the end of your junior year and compete and become the Distinguished Young Woman for your senior year. But for Rhode Island, we usually do it towards the middle of your senior year. So you would apply senior year.
Welcome back to the second hour of Social Women. I'm your co-host, Amy Diaz, and we are here with Alexandra Fontaine of the Distinguished Young Women of Rhode Island. Welcome.
Thank you.
Over the break, we were talking about the program, that it's not, you were explaining a little bit about the competition earlier, and some of our listeners and viewers may think that it's a beauty pageant, but in reality, it's not at all. So it's more of a scholarship program,
Yes.
right? And we were also talking about your experience at nationals. Very interesting, because, I have competed in beauty pageants, and the things that we were talking about that you did at nationals are completely not the types of things that I ever did. So tell us a little bit about your experience.
We wanna hear it.
Yeah, we do.
Well, I think the one thing you're talking about is we do a rib eating contest at one point throughout the week.
Yes.
Ribs.
I love it.
And they really were smart about how they did it, because we were there.
Could you slowly describe the ribs?
We're delicious.
My kid. Now I'm going to be looking to go this weekend.
Wes's Rib
Wes's Rib House.
Well, we were at a rib house that sponsors Distinguished Young Women, and they had a buffet out for us, because that was one of our appearances. And they were very smart, because they didn't put ribs on the buffet. You only could do it if you did the rib eating contest. So there were girls there that were taking their time. They just wanted the ribs, and nope, Rhode Island was going to come home with that crown. So they gave us 6 ribs, and they just, whoever could finish it in the quickest amount of time. And I think I did 6 in like 4 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, and my roommate came in third, so our host family was very excited when we came home.
That's fantastic. Now, your host family.
Yeah, when we go there, it's the real cool thing about Distinguished Young Women is it's completely volunteer run. They get sponsorships from all different companies in Mobile, Alabama, and they pay for us to go down there. And what we do is we stay with a host family, so they find families from all over Mobile who are more than willing to keep us there for the 2 weeks. They give up their kids, give up their rooms, and share a bedroom with their big sister who they hated 2 weeks ago, but right now they'll love them so that we can have their bedroom. It's really cool.
Sounds like my house.
So they're there for us the whole 2 weeks. I know that I was having really bad trouble with allergies, because it's a lot different down there. And my host dad called up this allergist and was ready to ship me over there for the day and see if they could find out what was wrong. So they really just go head over heels to do anything for you. So it's really cool.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so actually for women listening right now who've got daughters, what a great
Yes, it is.
program. And you are amazing. You've got such this beautiful energy to you. I'm
you.
serious. And wonderful self-esteem. And so where does that
think
come
it's
from?
great.
Yeah, who do you look up to, or how have you gotten to be so just
Well, definitely my mom. I mean, I know everyone says that. But my mom was really big in helping me prepare for this. At first, when I told her that I was doing this, she's like, "What is that? Like, what are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm just, it's scholarship money and it's free." And, she was like, "Oh, okay." And after, it was really funny, because after I won, she came up and she goes, "I didn't even bring the camera." And she was so upset. And but then when she came to nationals, I remember this one moment where we were coming out of a tea house, and it was just us. The parents had just arrived that day, but we didn't know that. We didn't know when they were coming in. And I remember someone just saying, "Hey, you up in front." And I thought I was in trouble. I turned around, it was my mom. And I was in tears. And all the girls, we got back in the vans, and they were like, "Oh my God." college? And I was like, yeah. So it was just really cool because even though, you know, you're there for a week before your parents get there, you realize how much she really does, you know, my mom really does support me, and she's been a help throughout this whole program. So it's really been, you know, exciting because it can get kind of, you know, especially at nationals, you know, just being, you know, you're in a competition, you're up against 49 other girls, and you all want, you know, that final, you know, the balloons falling on you. And, but you realize that, like, having someone there to support you the whole time is really comforting.
And moms are awesome like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you must have gone through with your mom. And
Yes,
you've got a
my
great-
mom and I used to travel up and down the East Coast every single weekend for a different competition through like 14, 15, 16 years old. So, and then just I've done a lot of international traveling, and she comes, and just having her there that last week is just so comforting, and you just feel a little more at home and less stressed about the competition. So it's great to have a great support system around you. So before we let you go, tell us what you feel, how important is it for young women to be role models in our community?
I think it's so important. You know, you always hear about, I just heard it on the radio the other day that, you know, out of like an engineer workforce, only like 20% is women. And it's like, women are so, you know, not given as much acknowledgement in terms of leadership opportunities. And I think that it's really important for young girls to just get out there and realize that there is so much that they can go for. And even programs like this just to get you started. I mean, I've never on the radio before this, and I'm getting this program out there and really just showing that there's so much for people to take a grasp of, and even just starting, you know, at a community level, getting involved, and, you know, getting high school and then to college, and, you know, just get yourself out there. It's really important.
It all helps.
It does. Now, if moms and young girls out there want to get involved with the program, is there a website that they can go to?
Yes, you can go to distinguishedyw.org. And also, if anyone, any seniors in high school want to participate, our show is March 4th, which is coming up very quickly, but we are still looking for more participants, so they are more than welcome to go to that website and reach out to us. We would love to have more participants. So
Great. Thank you so
That's
much
Thank you for
for
having me.
joining us.
Good luck for the rest of your year.
Yeah.
So your title is actually, your reign is over
yeah,
on
March 4th I will be, but I get to go back as a has-been, which is what they call us.
Yes.
In April, in June to cheer on my little sister. So
Oh, that's nice. That's exciting.
That's really great.
I can think of quite a few young girls that, you know, and some parents out there that I know, some moms.
Yeah,
who,
and
who
you
really
know,
could get their kids involved.
having been involved as a young woman, it really helps your self-esteem and you know, interview skills and public speaking skills and communication skills. It
Definitely.
really is an amazing program. Congratulations,
Thank you
Allie.
very
You're
much.
fantastic.
Thanks for being with us.